Will McDonald IV is a guy who has sort of fallen a bit downboards in such a deep edge class in the 2023 NFL Draft. But after doing a bit of a deep dive on him, I'm going to tell you why I think he is one of the more slept on edge prospects in this class and how I think he may have some shades of Micah Parsons in his game. But hey guys, welcome back. If you guys enjoy breakdowns like this, I've done quite a few of these. If you guys are interested, be sure to check those out as well. Also, let me know which players you want to see next. This series doesn't exist if you guys are not recommending players down in the comment section below, so let me know who you guys want to see me break down next. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. But without further ado, let's get into it. When watching tape on Will McDonald, the first thing that's going to pop off the screen is his speed off the edge. McDonald has a very quick first step, and he's able to use his tremendous athleticism to help him in generating pressures. He is explosive off the line of scrimmage, and he has a quick jump. We saw his explosiveness on full display at the NFL Draft Combine, where he had a 36-inch vertical leap and an 11-foot broad jump. He is super athletically gifted and has decent size as well. He has good height, long arms, good hand size, and he's got a lot of the tools you will look for in an outside pass rusher. McDonald has fantastic hand placement, and you will often see him getting his hands right where he needs them and in a position where he can leverage himself to make plays on the quarterback. He can tie up the offensive lineman's hands and make it really hard for them to stop him, which is a very nice skill to have. He'll put his hands on the backside of a offensive lineman, just tie up their hands, and then he can use his speed, athleticism to go make a play on the quarterback. He has great change of directions, fluid hips, and he has a nice array of moves that he can make to switch directions, a good counter tackle move, and it makes him a very difficult player to try and block once he gets his hands on you because he's got a long reach. If he gets his hands on you, he can make a play on the football. Another strength of Will McDonald is his high motor. I know it's a cliche phrase, and we hear that term thrown around a lot, especially around draft time, but the kid plays hard. You never see him giving up on a play. There were multiple plays in the film that I watched where you would see him start to rush the passer, and then you would see him making a play after a completion 10 or 15 yards down the field. He can use his speed, doesn't give up on plays, and I think teams are going to fall in love with that. You want a player who wants to be on the field, a guy that wants to make plays on the football, and he does. You can see it. He doesn't like giving up on plays, and he comes in, has good energy, and a never give up attitude, and I think teams are going to really enjoy that. Lastly, McDonald has a good array of pass rushing moves. He is powerful due to his burst, so he can generate power straight off the line of scrimmage, so he has a decent bull rush. His spin move is incredible. I think it's the best move in his arsenal. You will see him utilize this spin move from time to time, and it's fantastic. He has a few other moves. I don't think he uses his spin move as often as he should, but when he does, he is able to get separation from the offensive lineman and really make a play. He has some swim moves. He has a counter attack. He has a nice combination of pass rushing tools that make him a very intriguing prospect. McDonald does have some red flags as a prospect though. And the biggest area of concern with me when turning on McDonald's tape was his run defense. He was extremely poor in defending the run. He had the occasional tackle, but overall his run defense could improve drastically. The biggest reason for him struggling against the run is he's really not great at shedding run tackles, or run blocks I should say. He struggles to leverage himself like he does in pass rushing downs. I think that's something he definitely needs to improve upon. You can see the talent is there, he's got the frame, but it really didn't show on tape. Now I do think Iowa State was using him out of position a little bit, which I will get to that in a little bit, but based on how it is now, he may only be asked to come in as a designated pass rusher due to his lack of improvement in the run defense. McDonald, while he does have a good size in terms of height and arm length, he is a little thin for a pass rusher. He weighed in at 239 pounds at the combine, which is okay, but it's a pretty small frame for an outside edge rusher. He has the frame and the body type to where he would be able to add weight on, but he hasn't done it yet, and I'm very curious to see if that's something that teams are going to try and convince him to try and do, is add a little bit of weight on. I think Iowa State really misused him last year though. They had McDonald as an outside rusher in a 4-3. At the next level, I think he would benefit most from playing an outside linebacker in a 3-4. I think due to his size, he has the build more for an outside linebacker rather than a true edge. I think this would benefit his playstyle most. When talking strictly off of size, measurements, playstyle, McDonald has a lot of similar traits to Micah Parsons. I'm not going to compare him to Micah Parsons because Micah Parsons is one of the best defensive players in the NFL, and I think that's an unfair comparison to make. But they have very identical measurements, similar size, frame, and kind of similar concerns coming out of college. I'm not going to say he's nearly going to be the dominant player Micah Parsons has been, but he could definitely improve to that. You can see some of the similar traits that the two share. But I think my comparison for Will McDonald IV would be Broncos outside linebacker Randy Gregory. Gregory's about an inch taller, 15 pounds heavier, but they're both pretty good pass rushers when Gregory's on the field. They've got similar builds and play styles. I think that's the player who McDonald reminds me most of in the NFL, an outside linebacker who's really good at generating pressure. McDonald is a fantastic pass rusher, with some good pass rushing moves and some tremendous athletic tools. However, with some weight concerns and some massive red flags in his run defending ability, I think it may cause him to slip a bit in the draft. Ultimately, I think someone's going to pick him pretty high, and I think he's going to be an immediate impact pass rusher at the next level. I think Will McDonald IV will be selected in the top 50 of the 2023 NFL Draft.